Today I'm at the Impact Hub in Stuttgart, and this place is, as far as I know, an impact ecosystem that includes a community, a co-working and event space that is supposed to connect entrepreneurs and innovators to larger organization, partners, investors, and the public sector.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a worldwide community consisting of, I think, around 70 locations all around the world. So it's really a place to get together, work together, create impact together. That's why it's called Impact Hub. Yeah.
Great. And today I'm with you, Simmon Zimmermann.
Yes.
I'm glad to be with you today for this interview.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
And this is actually the very first interview of a series as part of my European tour of innovative social entrepreneurship. So let's do this, right?
Let's go.
All right. So first of all, could you please tell us about you and of course about the story behind your business?
Sure. My name is Simon. I'm the founder of SolarBakery. That's the name of our startup, impact startup or sustainable startup, whatever you want to call it. We are a young company. We're 7 team members at the moment, but the background, the history is actually pretty long. More than 10 years ago, I started our first social business project in the Congo with a friend of mine who is originally from the Congo, who grew up there, and I met him in Germany, and he told me that his dream had always been to improve the situation in his home country in the Congo. So we decided, okay, we are young students, don't really have any money or experience, but we'll try to set up something. And but it really didn't make sense to start planning from here. So we went to the Congo together, talked to all of his network, family, partners, other stakeholders, and then we decided, okay, the most long-term benefit would be in an educational project, but as I mentioned, from the beginning it was supposed to be a social business, not like a classic charity donation-based project, but a social business. So we looked around, okay, what can we actually implement as a local business, as an add-on to this education project. And everywhere we looked, we saw a very high demand for bread, for good handmade bread, not the industrial stuff that was on the market. So we decided, okay, we'll add a bakery to this school. And then we started building our first containerized bakery, not far from here in my hometown. So that means we took a used shipping container. We we renovated it first and fixed some holes and did a lot of grinding and welding. Then we put in the bakery equipment, tried it all, it worked pretty well. And then we sent it off to the Congo, installed it there, got a local team of bakers together, and that was the start of our first bakery in the Congo. And that's actually when the whole story begins to evolve, because we had a lot of demand, we had a lot of revenue even with this one small bakery, and created a lot of jobs.
Great.
Which actually surprised us, because by now we have more than 100 women in the Congo who pick up bread every morning and then sell it, distribute it in Kinshasa, the capital. So we realized even one small bakery can have a lot of impact.
I've seen 4 million bread baked.
Yeah, in the last couple of years.
Wow.
It's about 3,000 a day. And but the problem was always the energy supply, the electricity. in the Congo, we connected the bakery to the local grids.
Mm-hmm.
We installed a diesel generator, which is absolutely terrible.
Yes.
But we didn't really have a better solution
At the time.
Until we realized this bakery business can actually work and create impact in many African countries. But in order to scale or to expand it to other countries, we need to find a better solution for the energy supply. And that's when I met my co-founder, Thorsten Schreiber, who has a lot of experience in electrifying villages with solar power in Africa. So we got together and developed the SolarBakery. And that's like a fully energy independent containerized bakery.
So that's the time when the name came out.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, because before it wasn't that running on solar energy,
it was a
as you
bakery
said.
project,
All right.
but not SolarBakery yet.
But it was still a social project.
Yes.
Okay, very interesting. So I saw as well on your website, the SolarBakery website, that through this project you estimate that you are providing solutions to 5 of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I'm not asking you to go too deep in the details, but would you please tell us about what positive impacts SolarBakery generates today?
Absolutely. As you saw, the SDGs
Yeah.
are part of our guidance with what we're doing. And we didn't just come up with a bakery and then think about impact. It was actually born out of the impact that we saw in the Congo. For example, creating jobs, fair employment opportunities. That is still our goal, and that's one of the SDGs.
And empower women through that as well.
Women, exactly, yeah. Because what we saw, many of the women that we employ in the Congo who distribute our bread, it's their first job. They have their own income. So in a way, more independence, empowerment. And that's one of our goals, and it's also one of the SDGs. And of course, climate. Providing ecological solutions. So our whole system is based on
this aspect.
On this aspect, of beneficial climate solutions, climate tech. So we're actually basing our concept on many different SDGs, from green tech to employment to women empowerment.
It's great seeing that one solution can answer different problematics.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Great. So as I said in the introduction, today we're meeting at the Impact Hub Stuttgart, and where you guys have your office, just behind there.
Yeah.
And have you been during your first months, days, maybe years, have you been coached, incubated or helped by any mentor, institution, programs, or incubator, I don't know. Maybe you still do today?
Actually, I started a SolarBakery in Munich, but even there I was in the Impact Hub.
Okay.
Munich.
I'm going there tomorrow, so
okay,
maybe I'll visit.
Very nice. When I first started, I had a lot of coaching and incubator partnerships there in Munich. Since I moved to Stuttgart, we were actually already like in the next phase. But even here, I get a lot of networking opportunities, coaching, not as part of like a strict program, but basically every day when I go downstairs, talk to people during lunch, everybody has good ideas, some potential partners, or
I have one for you as well.
Very nice. Yeah, you see, that's how fast it goes here. So it's basically a daily coaching, reflecting, supporting community.
Okay, amazing. So particularly the impact hub from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now comes a question a little bit different, but these days taking into account the Ukrainian crisis and moreover all environmental and social related topics and subjects, Europe's integrity can sometimes be put in danger. How do you see Europe in 10 years?
Europe in 10 years? Yeah, probably very specialized in terms of technology, not so much manual labor anymore, maybe.
Okay.
But I hope, because I'm active on the African continent,
Okay.
I hope that within these 10 years the European attitudes towards Africa and investments in Africa changes, because Europe is still very much caught in a, I would say, non-profit view of Africa, for example. And other countries, other continents are very way ahead of Europe in terms of their view, investment strategies for Africa. So I really hope that Europe doesn't totally neglect what's happening outside of Europe. But yeah, I see a lot of opportunities in Africa.
There is.
Yeah.
It is the continent of this cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And we haven't been helping them for now.
Yeah, I mean, for the last 50 years in a not very effective way, with a lot of donation-based.
Yes, but that's not how we should.
Exactly. Yeah, it's more about investing, working together at eye level. So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, and what does your ideal Europe look like?
The ideal Europe would be a very open-minded Europe. Maybe a Europe that is also taking risks. Because here in Germany, oftentimes we're very risk averse. We don't like taking risks. For example, in the startup sector, I think we're a little bit behind here. But
compared to the US?
Yeah, of course, compared to the US. US is maybe a little bit too risky. too risky. But I hope that we don't try to play it safe all the time, that we actually face the challenge, innovate, support the founding of startups, of innovative ideas. Because if we miss that train, I think Europe will fall behind in the global view.
Yeah, definitely. And for that, I think we have to create bridges and we have to collaborate between different countries, as France and Germany is trying to do. But we have to do it Europe-wide and
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, back to your social and innovative company. What are the next steps for SolarBakery? Sorry, social and SolarBakery in some way.
We're actually starting the next step today.
Okay, I think I've been told about a coming crowdfunding campaign.
Exactly. It's today's the launch, or the public launch of our short investing campaign. Which we've been preparing for many months now.
I guess so, because that's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
In before, during, and after the campaign.
Absolutely. But I mean, the financing campaign is only part of the next step. This financing round will enable us to set up a whole bakery chain, the first energy independent bakery chain of the world. And it will
produce the whole system.
Yeah, we will.
In chain.
That's one part. The series production.
Okay, the series production.
Of our bakery containers. But also we will run the bakeries in our own bakery chain, like
Okay.
up to 30 bakeries we have as a goal.
Okay.
We're focusing on Senegal, the country of
Okay.
Senegal, because that's where we will also produce our containers
Mhm.
locally with local employees,
Okay.
which means we take the raw containers, we
Mhm.
modify them, we build the extra rooms which
Mhm.
slide out, we build the
Mhm.
whole roof structure for the solar panels.
Mhm.
So all this will happen directly in Senegal.
Great.
And from there, just by truck, you can then deliver these containers to their final destination, where we will start.
Only in Senegal for now?
We have requests from more than 30 countries around the world.
Okay.
So we had to kind of try to
Focus, yeah, definitely.
focus on
For
one
now.
country
Yeah.
first. But of course, from Senegal, we will be able to expand into other neighboring countries.
Mhm.
And then from Dakar, from the harbor, we can also deliver to countries overseas, for example, in South America and Asia. We have also requests, but this will be part of a like the next phase, which means actually
Next
selling.
to next phase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phase one is
Okay.
operating our own bakeries.
Mhm.
We will train local bakers. We will optimize, improve all the processes, the recipes, using as much as possible local grains, and by that supporting the local value chain.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I call it phase one because we will use all these experiences to really optimize our product, or the bakery itself, but also the recipes for the bread, for everything that we will bake.
Mhm.
And with all this experience and data, we can then go to the next phase, which is selling the containers and franchising our bakeries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Because I'm also here to help you somehow. I hope so. How can I do that? How can we do that?
At this time,
Because
yeah.
maybe your crowdfunding campaign, can we fund it from 5, 20, 50 euros, or is it only a big
No,
starting?
it starts at 100 euros.
Okay.
So between 100 and 25,000,
Mhm.
every private person can invest.
Okay.
That's why it's called crowdfunding,
Mhm,
because
mhm.
we're offering this to a big crowd of people.
Yep.
And to answer your question, that would be the biggest help.
Mhm.
So as I mentioned, this financing round will then enable us to set up this whole bakery chain in Senegal, produce a lot of breads, employ a lot of people. But
Okay.
in order to do that, of course, we need the financing first. So yeah, that would be a great help to share, spread the
Okay.
word, talk about it, and maybe invest.
You
couple
can
hundred
count on me.
euros.
And for those who are watching this video and maybe who will as well read the resume, the summary of this interview, where can we follow your adventure and the development of your business?
You can definitely follow us on our website, solarbakery.com, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, or go directly to www.conda with a C, Conda, and then Solar Bakery campaign.
Conda SolarBakery campaign.
Yeah.
All right. We'll put every link
Yeah.
in the video and all. Do you have a last word before we close this first interview?
I'm really happy that you just came in today, because that's exactly the support that we need to spread the word.
It's a very amazing coincidence.
Lucky coincidence.
Lucky coincidence, definitely.
Because that's what we need at this stage, to get the word out, to get people passionate about what we do, to spread the word, to get the crowd investing going. and yeah, just to also create awareness of what we're doing, because it's not just baking breads. We want to like support the whole value chain that's connected to these bakeries, the local agriculture, using local grains, employing local people, but that all starts here.
It's not only about baguettes and croissants, okay?
Exactly.
Thank you so much,
Thank you very
Simon,
much.
and I hope that you will have soon maybe news about this interview, this video, and all that.
Perfect.
Thank you once again.
Thank you.
See you.